Hi, and welcome back to World Breakers. So Justin won the toss-up, so he's going to be giving our recap today. Take it away.
Although we got to learn, I can't think of the name of the game, and that's the worst part, because especially when I encouraged it the entire time. Softball.
Mm-hmm.
We got to learn softball and play a pre-match game of softball, but we also, I'm not sure if it was this session or the last one, or the one before, if Porterite got transformed or he just breaks beds and leaves blood when he's very angry at bed. And that's honestly all I can really remember. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah. So last time you guys reported Cordier Wright's room and like the blood and all that. You did a mock game of softball. Sort of learned a little bit about the rules, and then you talked with the teammates afterwards and found out what actually happened to the teacher and why they are no longer allowed to coach.
Sorry, I was
Lightning incident.
The lightning, yeah. And then the game is going to be in 2 days. So you guys have 2 days of, you can either train to play softball. You can just do your normal day-to-day thing, like go to work, go to class, and things like that. Or you can do something else. Is there anything in particular that you want to work towards? Do keep in mind that if you practice and train, you will get a couple of bonuses in the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna practice, but I kind of want to spend. I want to spend one day with the team because it's 5v5s, right? Or
Yes.
okay, so I'm gonna practice with whoever is gonna be a part of the 5 for one day. And if there's any way, maybe after each one of the practices or after the class, whenever we get the instructor that's not the instructor again, I want to attempt to convince them to pitch in on practicing too.
So you want to get like private lessons from the teacher?
Yeah, I just want to learn more from the professor. Yeah, or the old coach. I want to try to learn from them too.
Okay.
Get a little bit more on their side of things.
Okay, that sounds good. Imrian, what are you going to be doing for the 2 days leading up to the game?
Imran will most likely probably be splitting his time between working and practicing, which kind of translates into how he does the flair on his, like the spinning and stuff, his bartending. He's basically trying to incorporate, how to move the ball, but instead of move the ball, it's move the bottle.
Okay. Fair enough. And Torin, what are you planning on doing those 2 days?
I got one more thing. So we all had to sign up for a club/work, right? So ideally, we knew what other clubs there are, or do we have to find them?
No,
do we have knowledge of that?
You have knowledge of that, yeah.
You're muted.
Oh, yeah. You have knowledge of that, of the list of class
Okay,
or
if
the
I
list of
have to
things.
scratch out the learning from the professor to, I want to go up to the I don't know whoever's the inventors are, whatever I forgot the name of the club. I can find it. The future inventors of tomorrow or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I want to see if any of them have a way to, if they have anything that would benefit. I guess any items that they would want to ideally showcase. If anybody's watched My Hero, basically the support group from My Hero,
Gotcha.
I want to find somebody that just wants to showcase their shit, even if it's gonna blow up in my face. I don't give a fuck, and especially if it has anything related to mirrors.
Okay. And
All right.
Torin, what are you planning to do for the 2 days?
Hi, sorry I'm late. I think Torin is mostly gonna have forgotten that he was supposed to be playing Silk Ball in 2 days. And he's gonna mainly focus on work, and in his spare time, he's gonna try to go to the library, go to the horticulture club and everything, and try to investigate the goop and everything.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Evan.
Yeah.
You got your acceptance letter a good month ago, and you were supposed to head there a month ago, which you did. However, you were reading your letter near the campfire when it went up in smoke.
Mm-hmm.
So the directions on how exactly to get there were unclear. Considering there were no directions on the letter, you did not find this out till way later, that reading the letter aloud transported you to the Strixhaven campus. So you've been on the road for a month.
Yeah.
When you arrived to campus, you see a group of people who look like they had just been in battle leaving the cafe. They split off from each other, and two head one way and two head another. You see that one is completely distraught and crying, being comforted by someone who looks like they'd just been swallowed. And you see the other two carrying carrying a vial of goop, and you just so happen to overhear slightly their conversation about frogs growing larger in size. You decide to follow them, and you follow them to the Witherbloom campus. They go inside a room for a little while, and eventually you give up and head back to the main campus. You don't exactly know where you're supposed to be going when a girl stops you. She is human, short, with long brown hair, and she goes, "Excuse me."
Yeah, hello? Hi. Yeah, hi. I go here.
You seem lost.
Well, actually, I've been lost, kind of, for the past month. I think I've just, recently, I'm kind of late. I'm a late start student to the school year. If that makes sense. not by choice, but kind of because I it's kind of hard to find a magic school that isn't on maps. Right? You ever try to do that? Because it's hard.
Why didn't you just use the letter, your acceptance letter?
Well, I did. I read it to myself, and I used it. I used all the clues that I read there, and and then it caught fire. So it was a real good memory test for me, and I wasn't sure if that was like part of it, like part of the initiation, where it's like, oh, you gotta have a good memory to go to this school, and I have a good memory, but it took a while.
I see. Do you know exactly where you're supposed to go?
It said something about house. I think that I was silver. I don't
Silver Quill. Okay.
silver pen, silver pens. Yeah, quill. Yeah, quill.
All right. If you'll follow me, then.
Wait. Thank you so much.
It's okay. It happens all the time.
Why?
Well, it doesn't really say in the letter that when you read it aloud that they'll transport you to the school. So
I could have been teleported. I rode a bus. A lot of buses. I hate public.
No. I'm sorry. It happens to a lot of first years.
Cool. Is there a support group for that?
There should be. There really
Wait.
should.
Well, thank you anyway. Thank you for finding me.
Yeah, just this way. And you follow her, and she leads you to a campus. Which you can tell now that you're here in Strixhaven, it is one really big central campus with 5 separate campuses. And they all have their own style and whatnot. The Silver Quill, as you get closer to their campus, you see there are lots of statues. There's decorations that are mostly black and gold, and everything is adorned with silver filigree. All of the edges are done in silver, and there are several flags leading you anywhere you would like to go. These flags, as you walk past them, sort of tell you where you are, and like sort of "you are here" sign, and the dorms are this way and things like that. But they don't do that until you walk up to them, and they're on every corner of the campus. She eventually.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you.
Fine. Okay. She eventually leads you to the Silver Quill dorm room, and there you see what looks to be, I guess, the RA in your area. A person, you can't quite make out gender. I mean, you've never seen someone of this species before, but they are a person made of fire. And they go, Yeah, you can see they're kind of rubbing sleep out of their eyes. What's your name?
Evan. I am very late.
Evan. And he like flips through some papers, miraculously not setting them ablaze. Yeah. Here you go. Here's your key. You're gonna go down this hallway and take a left. It's gonna be the third door down.
Cool. Do I Okay, so I didn't exactly get a class schedule. Do you know where I would have to go to find that? Refuel?
Trust me, your class schedule shall find you.
Okay. And I think that Evan takes off down the hallway towards his dorm. Finally, he's been carrying this suitcase and living out of it for the past month because he assumed it would be so easy to get here. And then he wound up being stuck sleeping wherever he could kind of like find a motel or just falling asleep on the random buses he's been taking, and he just collapses onto his bed in this room. Like finally, after so long, oh my god, it's a bed kind of relief.
When you get to your room, you see a small black box upon your bed.
I think it takes him some considerable effort after collapsing into this bed to see like, oh, that's something that I need to do, but it's not something that I want to do. So he like slowly gets up and like tries to grab the box while still sitting in the bed, reaching over like as far as he can to see if he can grab it without actually getting out of bed.
You grab it easily.
Perfect. Yeah, then he'll just open it on his lap as he's kind of taking the load off from his long journey there.
You open the box, and inside it you see what looks to be a forged permission slip granting access to special archives of the Strixhaven libraries.
Huh? I think it's definitely confused because he doesn't even know where the libraries are and didn't even know that there were restrictions in a library. That's something new to him. So I think that would be the first thing he investigates.
Okay. So are you gonna have him sleep through the night and go in the morning, or are you gonna have him investigate now?
Oh, for sure sleep. For sure it is sleep has been priority number one for a long time. So sleeping now, and then whenever the time comes after he sorts everything out at school, he'll go investigate.
Alrighty. As you sleep, we're gonna throw it back to
Yeah.
Finn and Imrian, because you both decided to do some training. Because Torin forgot. So
Smooth.
yeah. I need Finn and Imrian to make 3 checks. One is going to be an intelligence-based check. It's just going to be straight intelligence to see if you're picking up the rules and strategy of how the other teammates play.
Okay.
I got a 16.
Alrighty.
I got a 14.
14. Okay. Yavanish, now that you guys have had a skirmish already, Yavanish seems to be taking the training wheels off of you guys and roughing you up a bit. You are picking up the strategy, sort of. It's not all about get the silk ball. It's more about knocking the other players out of play. It's knocking them out of or into the wall. As you notice, the wall is lined with some kind of enchantment that gives them a bit of a shock. Kind of like an electric fence, essentially. And it seems like there is a striker, which is the main person who goes after the ball. And then there are some defenders who are purely their role is to go after the striker or the other defenders. And then there's a guard. So one striker, 2 defenders, and 2 guard is kind of what the makeup of the team is. I need a strength check from you guys. You can do athletics if you are skilled in athletics.
No. Yep. Hey, I'm freaking trash in strength stuff, but I rolled super good, so that's a 19.
Okay. And for Finn?
17.
Yeah, you're able to basically, even though he is roughing you up, you're basically able to hold your ground and take it on the chin, so to speak.
I'm not a glass jaw.
Finn, they actually start training you to be more of a defender, with the role of going after the other team's striker.
10-4.
Imrian, they want you to be a guard, sort of stay back and keep the ball from going into your goal, essentially.
He'll sort of look over to Yavanesh and stand in between the goals. Oh, wait, I get it. This is a lot like Fell the Comet. Okay, I think I got this.
Yavanesh just looks at you like, okay.
No, I get it now. Let's go.
And Yavanesh looks between the two of you and it's like, okay, where's your other friend? Because we were looking to make him the other guard, and I was going to be striker.
Imrian's just too excited to actually start to catch on to something useful, and just completely who?
The scared one.
God. The scared one.
Oh, the shit. Where's Torin?
And so we're gonna switch over to Torin. Torin, you are in one of the gardens in the Biblioplex.
I was gonna have dinner with Adeline, and make plans with her and Harriet to start doing some investigation.
Yes. This is prior to that. You said,
Yeah.
I think last session you said that you were going to hang out in the Biblioplex until
Gotcha.
dinner because you didn't have a shift today.
Yeah.
So you were in the Biblioplex in that little garden, with the other herbology the club, horticulture club, and I need you to make a perception check.
Oh, I didn't roll my dice. I don't know which one's gonna roll good.
So that's a consequence of being late. You didn't have time to pre-roll your dice.
Wah, wah.
I was doing training and stuff.
You're failing dice school.
Oh, shit.
Perception 16.
16. You see the shrubbery is moving about the place. You know, there's several shrubs that are here, 3 only that are awakened and move about the place, but they seem rather jaunty today.
Shit,
Like-
now I gotta get artwork for King Shrub.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're excited or like they're anxious?
Make an insight check.
Insight 18.
18. They seem a little nervous.
Logan's trying to smoke them.
Do they look like they're cowering away from a specific area?
No, they just seem like the horticulture club is here, and I mean you're here with them, but they seem to be avoidant of all people, which is not like them. You usually come in and give them the good berries, and I mean just like you would give a treat to a dog, and then they're all over you, you know, asking for more treats. These shrubberies seem to be avoidant even when offered a good berry.
I'm just gonna do a once-over looking at the members of the horticulture club and try to see if anything's off about any of them. I don't know if this is like this is probably like only like the second or third meeting, if not the first, but just see if anyone seems off.
Okay, go ahead and make a generalized insight check to see like what the vibe is. It's everybody, like you've met everyone before. Do they seem to be giving off the same personality, or someone hiding something like that? Does someone else seem nervous?
I rolled a nat 1.
You are very
So-
suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Sorry.
It's you.
I mean, I don't.
You're the one
I don't
making them nervous.
Oh boy. Well, Torin was gonna try to do investigation in the horticulture club, but I think Torin is gonna. Harriet's in the horticulture club too, right?
Yes, but she had class, and that's why she couldn't come to the meeting. She's in class, and
Yeah.
you went to the meeting, and then y'all are supposed to meet up for dinner afterward. Oh no, not Harriet.
Yeah.
Adeline's in class. You're in the horticulture club, so Harriet, yes, would be there.
I'm gonna assume that Harriet knows to ask certain questions discreetly, and Torin is going to. Torin's gonna start heading towards the library.
Okay.
Because I don't think that anyone in the party's been to the library yet.
Correct. While you do that, Evan, you wake up the next day to a knock at your door.
Come in.
After the initial knock, there is no more sound.
Hello? Alright, and I think at that point Evan gets up, still in his clothes from yesterday because he didn't bother changing before going to sleep, and opens the door.
Upon your door, you see a letter stabbed to the door.
I won't even touch. What is it stabbed with?
It's a dagger, very ornate, with black, gold, and silver decoration upon the hilt.
Oh, in that case, I'm taking the fucking dagger.
Okay.
So take the dagger off the wall and grab the note with one hand and just start taking a look around. Does he see anyone in the hallway at all?
Yeah, there are people in the hallway. They just seem to be leaving their dorms, like locking up their rooms and heading off to breakfast.
Yeah, I think that Evan he knows that not only is he too new for this to not potentially be a prank on the new kid, but also that he doesn't know how things work around here very well, so he'll just go back in his room and kind of try and take care of this on his own.
Okay. You go back into your room and you open the letter, and then it says, welcome, and then it has your name, but your name seems to be written in, and everything else seems to be in a different hand.
Kind of like it's a general thing, and it's just like a fill in the blank sort of letter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It says, welcome, Evan, to Strixhaven School. You were late. You did not come to orientation. Therefore, your classes have been selected for you. You will be, as all students are, enrolled in magical physiologies, beginning incomancy, and basic magical auras.
Okay.
Please report. Go ahead.
Sorry. No, you go. I think that Evan kind of doesn't know what any of these words mean, except for magical and beginning and basic.
Yeah.
She's all right, well, I'm super qualified to take these classes.
Then underneath that it says, report to the Biblioplex, to the Hall of Oracles, to receive further instructions.
Yeah, I think Evan's gonna take a moment to actually get himself a little bit more presentable. Take a shower for sure. He hasn't had a proper shower since he's been on the road for months. It's been truck stops and stuff. So he will be the most presentable and put together he's been in a fat minute before I think his move is going to be to go outside to the commons and ask one of the signposts where he should go.
Okay. You take your shower, you get you something to eat. There at the dorm. At the ground floor of your dorm is kind of like a tiny cafeteria. And there are people there it's kind of like a hotel that has free breakfast. It's just like cereal, a muffin, maybe a banana or an apple, and a bottle of water. So you grab some of that. You walk up to one of the flags and try to figure out where the Biblioplex is. along the way, you see other people kind of like hurrying this way and that way as people have slept through their alarms or other things of, college life. You finally make it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was just saying, yeah, go ahead.
You make it to the biblioplex, and this is the first time you actually look at the sky to see what sort of time of day it is. And you have slept most of the day. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I think that Evan quickens his pace, just realizing, whoever summoned me might not even still be there at this point, if it's been so long.
You quicken your pace and head in towards the biblioplex. I need Torin to make a dexterity saving throw.
A dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, and I'm throwing elbows as I'm running too.
Oh, shoot, dang it, that's bad. 6. No. 7, 8.
9.
That's how numbers work. It's bad.
Alrighty. So, Torin, you're just, you just left the garden and told Harriet, hey, do some investigating. I'll be back. And as you leave the garden, you get completely just knocked on your ass. I need Evan to also make a dex save, as he was not expecting Torin to come around the corner. See if you remain upright or if you are also on your ass.
Okay. I've got a +5 to dex, so hopefully that's a 10.
I think the person who has had this phenomenon happen to them the most would be Justin, in the fact of whatever he has the biggest +2 is what he rolls the shittiest rolls for.
Accurate. Especially anything intelligence based.
So I'm average.
You turn the corner, you run smack into Torin, and both of you fall backwards.
Ah! Oh, I am so sorry. That was on me.
Real quick, what does Evan look like?
Evan is definitely very average in appearance. Like brown eyes, black hair, kind of fair skin, but not like, oh my gosh, Snow White fair, but just like this boy doesn't go outside very much kind of appearances. Definitely disheveled. He's been running around campus and honestly despite the many assistants is that he has gotten from the post, he has been making as many wrong turns as he possibly can to still be going in the right direction. So he just kind of looks like a mess a little bit.
And go ahead and describe Torin for Evan real quick.
So, Torin is a pretty short, skinny, tan, they human with medium-length, shaggy hair, currently wearing mostly browns, but there's like a hint of maybe like a little bit of pink now, after being at school for a while, and a tiara with a crystal on their head that is now kind of crooked. And as you're like apologizing, Torrens like on the ground, like deer in the headlights, and is just terrified and goes invisible, but forgets to run away because deer in the headlights. So like 6 seconds later reappears.
Oh, never mind. That's I'm so sorry. Are you okay? You are gone.
This flight response.
Uh-huh. I'm sorry, and I think Evan dusts himself off as well as he can. There's still mud on his ass, and he stands up and offers a hand just out of courtesy to Torin. I'm so sorry again. That's my bad. I was trying to go to the biblio El Biblioteca. I wasn't looking where I was going. I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Torin forgets how to speak or move and eventually just shakes off and just reaches for your hand. And the biblioplex, it's kind of, and he just gestures to everything they're in right now.
Oh, it's big.
You have arrived.
Oh wow! I thought it would be like one of the. All of this is the entire thing.
Well, like the center is like called the biblioplex, and then there's 8 rooms. And Dean, where are you going? I can help you.
I was told to go to the and I think Evan reaches into his pocket and pulls out the paper because he kept it with him because he's just not great with names, and it just hands it to Torin. Like, I've go here, and just points at the piece of paper.
Where does it say that he needs to go?
It says to go to the Hall of Oracles for further instruction. But as you look down at the paper, you hear a small, or not a small, but a soft voice that happens to be deep and smooth. And you're now both being towered over, and you hear, "Excuse me, may I help you?"
I try to go invisible again. It
Are we
doesn't
being
work.
powered over from behind?
Yes.
Okay, then very much in like a Scooby-Doo, he's right behind me, isn't he? I think Torin just slowly turns around. Not Torin, that's you. I'm sorry. Evan. We've got similar names. Cute. I think he just turns around slowly and looks up to see whatever is talking to him.
At this point, you see a minotaur with brown fur. He's got a feather quill behind his ear, and he has circular spectacles upon his nose, and is holding a book in his hand, which he takes a feather from his pocket and puts it like as a marker into the book and puts it in his pocket. He goes, "May you perhaps be Evan?"
How could you tell?
You were running and Evan is late.
Yeah. Good, yeah. Are you the Oracle I'm supposed to meet?
He gives a small chuckle. No. My name is Drazomir. I am supposed to give you a tour of the Biblioplex.
Oh, thank you. So I need that a lot, actually. Thank you. Torin? What did you say your name was? No, that's not, that's, and I look behind me, and is Torin still invisible?
No, Torin tried to go invisible and it didn't work. But Torin is like in the process of fighting a panic attack.
I think that Evan just points and says, Torrance, their name. My name's Evan. What, your name is...
Drazimir.
What, again? Drazimir. I'm gonna write that down. And he just scribbles it down on the back of the piece of paper that had the instructions written for him. Because he's just not that great with names, once again.
And as you you scribble his name down, he looks to Torin. Are you needing a tour as well?
Sure.
Very well, follow me. And he begins to give you guys the tour of the Biblioplex. As he turns around, he's now standing up straight. He's a good 8 feet tall.
Sick. My neck's gonna hurt.
Yeah. And he is built as if someone looks at him wrong, he could flick them and they would go flying.
So he's a yoked librarian?
Yes.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I think that Evan does everything in his power go just to obey all of the rules that he thinks that this guy is going to have. He's not touching any of the books. He's not opening any of the doors. He's just, like, very aware that he doesn't want to mess with this guy who could crush him.
So, you go throughout your tour. I'm going to go back to Finn and Imrian real quick. You have been assigned your roles of defender and guard. Your last role is going to be an acrobatics check.
Hey, I'm a little better at this one. Yep. 13.
Finn. Oh, Justin, you are muted.
My bad. Yeah, I rolled my bad. A 14.
14. Okay. While learning different positions on the field, you also learn that there are spots on the field that at various times will basically are traps. There is a trap that sets off an entanglement spell, essentially trapping a 20-foot radius area and vines and stuff, making them immobile. There is another trap that casts a sleep spell, and one more trap that essentially ejects you out of the arena.
Damn.
So you learn the location of these traps and are able to use that in your strategy to use against the other team. Imrian, you said that you were going to just train and go to class? Go to work?
Yeah.
Okay. Finn, you are looking for the professor, yeah?
Either looking for the professor or going to the inventors of tomorrow, depending on if I can do both or not.
You can do one day and one the next, if you'd like.
Okie dokie.
So what would you like to
that'll
do
work.
first?
Let's do the professor first.
You find the professor outside the biblioplex, essentially smoking a pipe. Her tiefling figure out in the sun, you can definitely tell that her skin is kind of leathery from her many years in the sun. Ah, yes, I figured you'd be back.
Yeah, I made it on the team. Well, I volunteered. My friends and I on the team.
Congratulations. What the hell do you want me to say about it?
Well, we discussed maybe you teach me a few things or a few tricks.
You got coin?
You're charging me?
Well, yeah, if I coach you, I could lose my job. So,
If you kill me?
if I kill you, I get to keep your coin.
Are you getting mugged?
You're getting mugged by an 84-year-old tiefling.
Oh. I zoned out for like a third of a second, and all of a sudden I come back, and if I kill you, I get your coin.
Or how about, since you don't teach for the full time of class, like most other professors, you just teach me a few things.
Sure, if you got the coin.
How much?
5 a lesson. 5 gold a lesson.
Sure.
Alrighty. She pulls a piece of parchment out of her pocket and scribbles something down on it and hands it to you. Now get lost. Imrian.
What does it say?
It just tells you basically to meet her on the silk ball field,
Oh,
like
okay.
after hours.
Right.
Imrian.
Mm.
You are at Bozen Tavern.
Yep.
Working, doing your performance, wearing your little wizard hat and your apron.
I'm not wearing the apron, just the wizard hat.
Just the just the wizard
Yeah,
hat.
because
Okay.
Yavanish clued me in that the apron was bullshit, so...
Mm-hmm. He told you that the hat was bullshit as well.
Yeah, but the hat grew on me. Not literally.
Yeah. Okay.
It's what the mimics want you to think.
It's just secretly that brain slug from Futurama.
It's better than Hypnotoad. Okay.
Damn, missed opportunity. That would have been fun to have at the races.
Okay. You got me like completely off track there.
Back on track. At the tavern.
You're at the tavern, and while at the tavern, it's about 5:30. You see Harriet walk in.
And now.
He looks kind of color drained in his face. Big old boy, you know. And you can see that even his book bag is tiny. And he walks up to you. Go ahead.
Okay. I was just going to say, does he look like he's about to implode with goo?
He doesn't look like he's about to implode with goo, but he walks up to you and he goes, "Hey, is there any way you can get out of here?"
My shift is still on for another 10 minutes. I could take it. I could take a break. And I'll sort of do a grand flourish, and then basically spin what looks to be like two diamonds that are standing on top of one another, kind of like in an hourglass shape.
Mm-hmm.
And he just spins the top, and the granules of light will drip down one at a time. But instead of sand, it's more like water.
Okay.
Which is basically the be right back 10 minutes kind of a sign thing that you flip on the door.
Yeah. Okay. You do that, and Harriet's already outside.
I'll go outside, and I'll still be wearing my hat because apparently they're freaked out, and that means something big has happened, and he doesn't care about, or he forgets about wearing the hat, and he just goes outside.
You can tell on his face he's very worried, and he seems to be looking back and forth, surveying the area, kind of like
Are you okay?
doesn't want to be overheard or seen.
Are you okay?
He grabs you by your arm and kind of pulls you to the side into like a shadowy area, which definitely Amaran's not small, but comparatively to Harriet.
Oh yeah, and plus I got that Mondo D6 hit die, so I'm getting ragdolled.
He pulls you, and he, out of his tiny book bag, he pulls a tiny vial, and inside it, the tiny tomato has a face. Gnarling teeth.
Oh no. You didn't put your finger in here yet, have you?
Why in the God's name would I put my finger in this?
Just making sure. I've seen some dumb shit. We need to get this to the others and fast.
Find them and bring them back to my dorm.
I could take that with me if you want.
No,
that way it
no, I do not.
you.
I do not trust you or the other dude.
Fuck you, I'm making another one.
That's exactly why he doesn't trust you.
I'm just trying to help. Okay. I can take you with me so you don't get eaten.
All right, go get Torin and the other one. Let's go.
Okay. You can come. You coming with me? Okay, let's go.
He just starts running towards the biblioplex.
No, this way. No. I go find the nearest "You are here" sign.
Okay. Do you know? Like, did Finn explain to Imran where he would be?
If I'm getting private lessons,
Yeah. Would you have told him that's what you had planned to do?
fuck it, we'll let a dice decide.
Alrighty.
Alright. It's the famous game me and my brother made. 1 or 2, Ty?
1.
It's 2. I didn't tell you shit.
Alrighty.
So then Imran basically just stares at the sign for a solid 3 minutes, and then just kind of realize I have no idea where any of them are.
You do see Harriet in all his glory booking it.
Okay. I'll just take off after.
You guys eventually make it to the biblioplex where you see Finn talking with the professor. You see the professor hand Finn a piece of paper and then turn around and walk away.
Finn?
Yes.
The thing that you put the goo on, the tomato looks evil. Are we freaking out? Are we freaking out again, or is this real?
So, like, while we're walking around, does it get... Is it like a fucking radar or... What do you call it?
Rod?
You know the game? Yeah, I guess so. Or the game when you say hot or cold. Does it start, like, just acting more creepy, crawly, scary, pissed off tomato in an hourglass? Or does it get calmer if we walk away from, like we're walking towards the biblioplex? Is it just like, oh, I'm chill now? When we walk away from it, it's like, fuck you, my dad's here.
No, it does not change in its appearance or in its mannerisms. It still looks very aggressive. At this time, Harriet sort of shoves it back in his bag, and a small human woman, I say small, but she's not incredibly short. She's like maybe 5'4", with long brown hair. And she goes, Harriet? He turns around and goes, Adeline, hey. Nothing to see here.
Move along.
And she goes, Are you meeting Torin here as well? And he goes, You're meeting Torin here? Yes.
We are now.
Ah, shit.
Yes, we are. At this time, Evan and Torin, your tour of the biblioplex has ended. And Torin, you were trying to do some investigations amidst the tour. Am I correct? You are muted.
I mean, Torin was wanting to go to the library, but anxiety made him do a tour.
He got stuck in one of those sell pitches at the mall.
Yeah, I mean, maybe serendipity. Sure, I'll roll to see if I find anything.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh my god!
You
You
found.
own the library.
Yeah. You found
Wasn't even
while.
looking.
Yeah. While thumbing through like one of the bookshelves as you walk through the biblioplex, you're just kind of thumbing through and you see black pudding
Oh shit.
and oozes. So you just grab that book about black pudding and oozes and pocket it. You come back to the Hall of Oracles and you see the big lighted pool at the center. And Dresimir goes, well, thank you. And Evan, I believe you are scheduled to work with me tomorrow.
You? With, to do what?
I was told that you were going to work at the Biblioplex.
Yes. Yeah, sorry, I, totally forgot. Evan has no recollection whatsoever of this, but he is too afraid to say, hey, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, to this 8-foot-tall, WWE wrestler of a librarian, so he just goes along with it for sure. I'll be, what time again? Sorry, I didn't get the schedule.
Calm down. This is just a library.
You're right, I should whisper.
Stage whisper.
And Dress will go, I will instruct you tomorrow. Go relax. It's okay. You're free to go.
Okay. Yeah, sure, but what time tomorrow?
I will come and get you.
Ah, cool. And Evan walks away, but in the back of his head, he's like, shit, now for all of tomorrow, I've got to keep looking over my shoulder for this giant Minotaur man that will be following me. But yeah, I think Evan, did he get his schedule and everything sorted out?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I think at that point he exits the library.
Okay. Torin, are you exiting the library as well?
Yeah, Torin just gives you a look of, like, absolute pity.
She's like really tall, right? Like that's not are all the, I haven't gone to any classes yet, but are all the like faculty here like ripped?
Oh, no. Well, I don't know about ripped, but we had this one teacher, she's, like, average, but, like, I think she killed this old silk ball team. And they didn't fire her, they just stopped letting her coach silk ball. Shit, silk ball!
Wait, where what is does Torin run off, or is that just like a shit silk ball moment?
Yeah, the shit silk ball moment. It's
That's
like,
a fucking beautiful segue. So great.
And Torin just kind of like the anxiety falls and he just like vents the entire happening of like the last week. So yeah, we were like doing orientation and then we got attacked by a bunch of suitcases and then we got dragged to a party and I didn't really want to be at the party, but like it looked fun and we were racing frogs and then a frog ate me and then my new friends traumatized my old friend by giving him a tomato and the tomato might be evil and now the entire sick. Now the entire Silk Balls team is sick, and apparently we're playing Silk Ball?
You're saying all this as you walk outside and you see Harriet and Adeline, Finn and Emrian all just like staring
you
at
walk
a
out
tiny
door?
evil tomato.
Yeah, looks at you. Oh, it worked. It is evil. You were right.
What?
Does the tomato look evil?
It looks evil, yeah.
I look at Evan. Do you see what we're seeing? We are also having visions.
Evan definitely leans in way too close to the tomato, like breath fogging up the container that this tomato of evil is in, because he's just like not willing to believe, but also totally buying into it at the same time in a way.
Careful, it'll eat your face.
In the what you walk out and see is you see a man who is about 6'5", ripped,
Jagged.
and
Everybody's
Jumped in the water.
no, just
Warren, everyone is rich here, you lied.
not everyone. Just the
Evan, this is my childhood
Yeah, nobody's
friend.
you, man.
Wearing it.
and
Strong
he
enough to be to hold the tomato.
yeah he looks ripped from like manual labor, not like from a gym bro situation. And he has a tiny book bag, and this vial that he is holding is about the size of what a single beaker would be. Inside it is a tiny tomato that has black spots all over it and has evil eyes and sharp, pointy teeth, and is just gnarling. Along with him, you see a small woman that you recognize, the person who helped you the night before.
I think that
Go ahead.
Evan definitely recognizes her, but it's also aware that this is a situation where it's like, at best, you would give a tight smile while walking next to someone, and that's exactly what he does. It's just like a tight smile and a nod, and then kind of resigned to the fact that now he is here, and he's kind of somewhat a part of this, like expected to participate, so he just kind of sticks by Torrin's side.
Okay. And if you would like to go ahead and describe your characters, Finn and Imrian.
Imrian is... I mean, the very first thing you see is this very, very wide-brimmed Gandalf wizard hat that has the symbol kind of burned into it a little bit of the Bozin Tavern.
I think that Evan, not knowing about the Bows and Tavern, like he just got to town, just assumes you're a professor.
But his general appearance is extremely otherworldly. I mean, you see a lot of weird things here, probably in the amount of time that you've been walking on campus, and he's no exception. His the little bits of hair, tufts of hair you can see under the hat is like stark white and kind of choppy. His eyes, the sclera are black, and the iris and pupil are kind of a starlight blue. And even down to the clothes he's wearing is very, very ethereal. Not so much in terms of fancy. It's definitely more function than it is fancy, but just the general appearance of it just seems very, very otherworldly. He's only about 5'9" so he's not super tall, but he's right there at the middle of the road, so to speak. And he's on his left ear, he has an earring that goes down into a prismatic diamond that seems to be both inside of the gym and outside seems to be flickering with 3 different colors of lightning.
Yeah, this professor's intimidating as shit.
But he's not
the
ripped.
impression that Evan has of this person, for sure.
And Finn.
And Finn is also a human with brown, kind of brindle pup hair. Kind of nothing really well taken care of on him. Kind of looks like the type of person that normally when he gets ready for class, he probably just woke up, slapped on whatever he could find, and gets to class to possibly fall asleep at class and just prays to get by. He's tall, lanky, slightly big, but that's
ripped.
mainly it. Not absolutely ripped, but also he just looks like the type of person not to give a fuck what people think, but hates it when people do something stupid or unnecessary.
Okay. Based. I think that Evan, he was asked to approach this tomato, and he has, and then only after he's like sufficiently weirded out by like, oh my god, that tomato has eyeballs, how did that work? Does he like back up and kind of like back up from this vial that he like just stuck his face right into to realize there are 3 people staring at me, staring at this tomato, and just kind of take a step back and realizes like maybe that wasn't the best first introduction for him.
Fingers crossed. Doesn't like when people do things are stupid, says the person who made an evil tomato.
Yeah. It was your actual actions.
I mean, as in dumb, as in like when we were at the bar and people that are playing instruments all throw their sheet music at us for like stupidly making a mess, doing graffiti for no reason. Just it's like the pointless shit where you're causing harm to some random standby. Well, I made a tomato evil, but ideally I can just shake this jar and that tomato's probably dead. Since it's the size of like an M&M is what I imagine.
I thought it was the size of like one of those cherry tomatoes.
Yeah, it's about the size. Actually, it's about the size of a D20.
Yeah, I shake the jar and it splats. Makes ketchup. It's like inconvenience for other people is what he gets irritated about. We're just not thinking of the person behind them.
What's Adeline's reaction to everything that has just happened?
She's just jaw aslat, just mouth gaping, looking at Tomato, then to Harriet, then to Torin, back and forth. Notices Evan because she met Evan yesterday, and then back to Torin, Tomato, Harriet. And she's just like, what is going on?
Do you see why we needed to have dinner?
You were gonna eat the tomato?
Can I ask Harriet for a more?
I walk away.
Can I have a cucumber?
He looks at you and goes, I am not giving you a cucumber. Look what you did to my tomato.
Okay, Torn, can you give me a cucumber?
Torn is walking away.
Hey, wait, where are you going?
Yeah, we got practice.
Oh, Yavanish wanted you to be a guard. Just a heads up.
Torin is holding up a middle finger and is heading towards the gardens. While is Adeline following Torin?
Yeah, she's following you as well as Harriet. And he's like, "Hey, slow down. We need to speak."
Can't be around them right now, and he just starts venting to Adeline about everything that has happened, long and short of it. The tomato, the goop, the suitcase, the frogs, silk ball, apparently.
I want to ask Harriet. So, did this happen all at once? Like it just blah, or was it like a slow progression?
It just happened all of a sudden. Like nothing was happening, and then poof, evil tomato. There was no poof though. It was just face.
It just screamed
and
at you. Okay. How long?
About 20 minutes before I found you.
Okay. DM question.
Yeah.
In game time, how long has it been since Finn doused the tomato with a symbiote?
Approximately 48 hours.
48 hours. Okay. Can I? It's kind of on a limb here, but can I make some form of check since Imrian has been here a month before the actual start of school, doing work and stuff like that? Can I make some sort of check to see if anything was delivered here and by who 48 hours before orientation?
And during this check, Finn hollers, "Fuck y'all's dinner. We need to go to the nurse's station where people were fucking tripping out because they ingested this shit."
You think we should take the tomato to them?
Yeah, because we should. So, how long has the softball team been sick?
Ever since the frog incident, so
48 hours.
Yeah. Can I go ahead and check real quick?
Yeah, go ahead and make a history check.
Okay. History, I'm not so great at. Where's a lark when you need him? Nope.
Depends on where you're at in his timeline.
He's either in hell or he's talking to
That's
not bad. 17 plus 19.
17 plus 19?
No, 17 plus 2 for 19.
You don't remember any shipments 48 hours prior to the suitcases going crazy?
Okay. Would I have any possible idea on it? Maybe if not, they were delivered, but if I have any idea on who handled them?
You would have. It would be anyone who is in the play actors guild,
Mm-hmm.
or anyone who works the stage. So anybody who works for the theater.
Okay, so, and that's a big roster of people.
Correct.
Okay.
But it gives you a starting place.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Cordy worked in the Play Actors Guild, didn't he?
He did.
No.
Torin's just gonna look at the group all arguing in the middle of, like, public, and Torin's just gonna say, "Everyone, zip it. We need to discuss this in private, because we don't know who else is in on it, and there's definitely something else in on it. I found a book. We need to discuss things in private."
Evan has 100% been like, he thought maybe he should leave when Torin left, but then Torin didn't really leave, so he didn't really move or anything. So he's just kind of been stuck there, and just kind of blurts out, "In on what?"
We're going to show you where the nurse's station is.
Am I in on
Takes
something?
on a world tour.
I don't know. Are you in on something?
You deliver the goo?
I think I know that the tomatoes here are kind of
Yes.
fucked up.
Evan, you remember when I said the suitcases and the frogs?
And the suitcases and frogs also here.
Shut up,
yeah.
and you tell random strangers our story?
Evan, make an intelligence check.
Intelligence check?
Yeah.
You give us the finger, and then all of a sudden the new person gets the full rundown.
Intelligence is +3 with proficiency, so +5. That is a 2 on the dice. That is a 7 intelligence.
You know, you can't remember if you locked your door and you left your suitcase just like right inside your room.
Oh my god, someone's gonna steal my suitcase.
Evan, we've been attacked several times, and if you want to not be a part of that, now would be the time to leave.
Someone already stabbed my door this morning, so
What the? Say hi. Say hi.
I'll be in the
yeah.
garden if anyone wants to talk.
We're on a schedule. It was your schedule, right?
Yes, I think, yeah.
Yeah, that's normal. But hey, fuck your garden. We're going to the nurse station.
The nurse might be the one who's attacking the school.
Hey, there's 5 motherfuckers that are probably sick and probably gonna attack the school. We might as well go mollywop them before they do.
Yeah, and I have a tummy ache.
There you go. He's got the shits. Don't eat the goo.
I didn't say that.
At the sound or the mention of tummy ache, can I do a check on Evan to see if there are similarities between Evan and Courtier, and if Evan is also turning into a slod?
Make a medicine check.
Okay. Yep. Do I have medicine? I don't think I do. Oh, that's a 4.
He most definitely is going to turn into a frog.
I'm gooping and I'm gunking. Oh.
I put my arm
I'm gonna
between.
do another check.
I'm gonna put my arm between Finn and Evan, and then Torin to try to like back them up riot style. I think this person is gonna do the same thing that Cordy did.
Oh no, I don't actually have the shits. That was a joke. That was a joke. I didn't even say that. Someone else said that. I'm good.
That's exactly what a person who is transitioning would say.
You got poo goo.
Imrian, Evan arrived to school. When did you arrive to school?
Me?
Adeline's gonna go, yesterday?
Yeah, last night, and then I slept until like 4, and then I ran into you. Because I had the stab note on my door, and I was like, oh man, I don't want to be late, and then I probably was late anyways, to be fully honest.
Okay, so you haven't been here for 48 hours yet, so we still have time.
I think about 20, 24, 20, a little over. Just like a day, pretty much.
Okay, so we have one more day to figure this out.
Can I make a medicine check to see if...
Yeah, go ahead.
Do I have any bonus to medicine?
Where's that get when you need her?
19.
19.
Hey.
He is not turning into a frog. He seems to be fine.
Imrion, Evan is fine.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm certain.
I mean, my stomach does hurt. That is still happening.
I say,
You'll see like a little bit of lightning crackle in his right hand, but not enough to be like super threatening or like anything like that. Just kind of a very small shock between his fingertips. Okay.
Oh, this guy doesn't like tummy aches. Sorry.
We had another person that kind of hung out with us, and they're on a very bad path now after a tummy ache.
About this time, you all hear massive amounts of screams.
Here we go
Which way?
again.
look at them. I swear to God, if it's from the nurse's station, we can stop it.
It's coming from the nurse's station.
I told y'all. Fuck you.
I don't know where the nurse's station is, so I'm just gonna.
Where the screams are. It's really easy.
Evan is definitely gonna run towards. Can I make an intelligence check for Evan real quick?
Yeah.
Just to see what he thinks of these screams.
Yeah, go
That
ahead.
is 8 on the dice plus 5. That's a 13. I think that he knows that the screams are scared, but he doesn't know like any context to what's been going on, so he's gonna run towards it just in case it's like a school thing.
Okay.
Because there was also the chance that Evan, if he was stupid enough, thought they were happy screams.
Okay.
Screams of joy like a roller coaster.
Oh my god, they
An
got a
amusement
roller
park.
coaster on campus. These private schools, I tell you.
You hear the screams, and Evan takes half a beat, and then starts running towards the screams. Harriet and Adeline also start to run towards the screams. I'm assuming everyone else also runs towards the screams.
Yeah. Where is the tomato?
Harriet has it in his bag.
Is this the same day, or did we get a long rest?
I thought this was 2 days later.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the day of not the day of the game, but the day before.
Okay.
So 2 days after the frog incident, and 1 day before the silk ball game.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, you guys head towards the nurse's station, and when you get there, you see there is bubbling goop coming out of the nurse's station, and the members of the silk ball team have morphed and mutated into, I'm not gonna say they're not actual goop, but they looked as if they've thrown up so much goop on themselves that they are completely covered in it.
Like Augustus Gloop?
Oh no.
Similarly,
Augustus.
It's like people inside a fucking ooze. That's like half, but didn't dissolve all the way.
yeah, they look as if they're transitioning into black goop, but they still have their corporeal form.
It's what we saw in our vision,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Is can we make a real quick check to see if we're tripping balls again, or if they're tripping balls and this is just a communal trip, or if
I'm
this
just
is
gonna look
really
at Evan.
happening?
Yeah. Evan is also seeing
Evan's
this.
freaking out. Yeah, Evan is freaking out. I think he grabs onto whoever's nearest and is like, is this normal here?
You are currently grabbing on to Harriet, who definitely towers over you.
Yeah, I'm like holding her hand because that's just how fucking tall she is in comparison. Like, I was aiming for elbow, but she's just that tall.
Harriet's actually a dude.
He's just that tall.
Yeah,
you know?
okay. I just wanted you to know that he's a big old he's a big old boy, and he just looks down at you and is like, "This is not normal." The nurse and two other professors yell at the group of you to get back. Imrian, you don't have to make that check. You do realize that other people are also seeing this illusion, including Evan, who should not be seeing this because he was not involved in the original, any of the goop situations he was not involved in. So he should not be seeing this if this was just a hallucination. But he is seeing it, he is reacting, and the nurse and two professors tell you to get, including the rabbit folk, they tell you to get back.
Evan gets back, for sure. 100%.
I'm a cast mage armor.
Alrighty.
Oh, same here.
Okay. Finn, do you have any preparations that you are going to make before all this kicks off?
Can I make... I would like to rage if it seems like... If it doesn't seem like the nurse is actually doing anything. Like, if it looks like they're going to be able... Oh, we can treat them. But if they just, if they just start sending fucking spells on my rage and mollywop.
Okay. I will have that in the back of my mind there. They tell you guys to get back. And you all listen and step back, making your varied preparations in case shit goes sideways. Sort of a last defense of blocking the doorway. The professors and the nurse make a quick turn of the room, triangulating themselves with the nurse at the front door and the two other professors in various spots of the room, and they all begin to chant in unison and start to swirl their hands in a circular motion. You see sort of numbers and what looks like calculations to be floating in the air before they all triangulate and make an arcane symbol in the air, trapping these students turned goop monsters within that field. It begins to spin, and they all drop to the floor. The students drop to the floor, and you can barely see it. Sort of a force field around them in a spherical sort of trap.
Is it like a wall of force?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
it's very clear that nothing can get in or get out of this ball of magic, but as to what it actually is, you're not quite sure.
Okay.
Too bad we didn't throw the tomato in there.
Could Evan make like a Arcana check or something on like this spell or just like perception to see like does it seem like it's holding up? Is it a strong spell? Are they like actually trapped? Are we good?
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana check. Okay. Nat 1.
Nice.
This thing could break any moment.
Okay, then in that case, I think that Evan is going to take his dash bonus action to get far away so that he's like in shouting distance, but not an inch closer than that.
Okay, yeah. You guys,
We're all gonna die!
you guys see Evan sort of look, kind of stretch his neck a little bit to look into the room. All the color drains from his face, and he just turns heel and books it.
Can I make a check real quick to see if the students are beyond saving?
Make an insight check.
Insight.
Where's the nurse?
Standing in the doorway.
Because she was around them for a while, and like checking on them and stuff. Can I make a check to see if she's gonna turn next?
Make a medicine check.
That's a 12.
It's hard to tell. They're in a ball of magic, and they are currently unconscious.
15?
15. She doesn't seem to be having any signs. Doesn't seem to be throwing up or hallucinating.
Get up there!
Does it look like the situation's fairly handled for the moment?
Yeah, it looks pretty much handled.
Okay. Torn's just gonna look at the rest of the group and start walking to the gardens.
Okay.
Just kind of implying that they should follow to discuss everything that's happened, catch everybody up, see what the book is about, and figure out what the next step is.
Sorry, I might have missed the information on it, but did we tell if the nurse was going to be okay or not?
I rolled a 15. She doesn't look like she's changing right now.
Okay.
Give it 48 hours.
Wait, so the nurse got covered in goop?
No, she's
she
just
was
been
around.
treating them.
She's been exposed to them.
Yeah, so it's unclear because you haven't spent the entire time with her whether or not she has come into contact with the actual goop.
Therefore, do we know how much the players were in contact with it?
Well, Torin was completely swallowed and had it all over him.
Yeah, okay, about that. Let's move along and find a place to discuss this where we're not going to be overheard or attacked by ravenous goo people.
And who was all there for the spell to capture it? To capture the, I guess, evil goop children?
There were 3 people. The nurse, who is an Allen, a rabbit folk professor, and a human professor. You don't know who that person is. You hadn't met them yet.
Theodore.
Okay. So are you telling them about the tomato, or are you just following Torin?
I don't think we should tell anybody about the tomato until we know who we can trust.
I was thinking more, we probably shouldn't tell them right now because it'd distract them from the bubble of keep everybody on the inside.
Is there any goop from the evil children on the ground?
There is, but you would have to go past the nurse to get in there.
Can I see? So would I have to scoot by her and she's like cock blocking the door, basically?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try to squeeze. I don't want to squeeze by them unless I can think I can't. I mainly want to act like I want to, or I want to attempt it. But I also want to see if their nurse has anything on her that seems. You are the mind controller of the goop. Little evil bug.
Alright.
She got an extra flask of the goop besides the little flask I gave her, since she does know about that.
Okay, make an investigation check. It's gonna be a higher DC because you're not actually like touching her. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh. It ain't bad for a person with 0 investigation. 16.
16. She doesn't seem to have anything on her other than what you've seen, last time you've seen her. She does have the flask. It doesn't seem to be on her, but it is on her desk. You can see from the doorway. She seems to have it.
Does it look like there's still the same amount than what I gave her?
Yeah, it seems to be the same amount. There seems to be like a stack of papers as if she was about to start investigating it. But hadn't yet started that.
Is there any way to see like approximate knowledge of what the papers? If there's anything like I look at,
you can't see
at them, and I just see if it's like, oh, it's just basic shit, or it's like, does it look like, oh, it's something that we should know about? You know what I mean? Does it look like it just says names of the players, the incident the players were in?
See what's on. Yeah, you can't see what's actually on the paper. You can just see, like, her door. She's standing in the doorway, and then her desk is in the corner in the back of the room. You can see that the flask is there. You can see that there is papers on there, and, like, she had been working there at the desk. But it's too far away for you to actually read anything that's on the paper.
Okay. Y'all are gonna see me pull out my little black box, like where the gift that everybody got, and I pull out Dusty and bring Dusty to life, and I look at him. I'm like, all right, Dusty. And I point his head before I connect it to the body, to the paperwork. I'm like, go get it. Please. And I drop the rabbit skull onto the rest of the rabbit body and let him go. And I'm hoping he's sneakier than my big ass trying to sneak through a doorway that's getting cock blocked.
Okay.
To see if he'll snatch some papers.
First, make an animal handling check, as this is an undead rabbit.
It is the rabbit.
But it's my undead rabbit. It's booty cheeks. I got a 6.
Okay. The skeleton rabbit, which all of you see now, some of you for the first time, see Finn pull out a small black box, open it, and speak to the skull of a rabbit.
Dorian approves.
Yeah. Assembles it and says to go get the papers. The rabbit nods, one good nod, jumps down and heads into the room and begins to hop around aimlessly before the nurse goes, "Hey, get that creature out of here."
I'll get it. Sorry. Fell out of my bag. And I'll walk in there and gladly go get it.
Okay.
Alright, now can I snatch the papers, since I guess that's the better option I'm going to think of now. Make my lost pet that looks like it don't got eyes.
Make a sleight of hand check.
22.
22. Yeah, you grab a couple pieces of paper.
And I guess while I'm in there, just quick gander of the room. It don't look like... I'm just saying...
There's goo everywhere.
There's goo everywhere?
Mm-hmm.
I'll buy some, but I'm just saying it's suspicious. The nurse is suspicious, in my opinion.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I was following Torin to a more private area to have a chat, and then noticed that Finn got left behind. So he's doing shit. So I'm basically splitting the difference between the two. I'm keeping Torin and company in sight while staying within spell reach of Finn in case he needs it.
Yeah, Torn's staying in sight, but he is making his way towards the garden.
Okay.
I think that Evan is slowly creeping back towards the nurse's office, just because it's been a while and nothing bad has happened yet. So maybe it's safe. Not sure though.
And as you get closer, that's when you see him pull out a skeleton rabbit and it begin to hop away.
Nope. Turn right back around.
Yeah. Once I catch up, I'm just gonna, on our walk, I'm like, man, think about it. The nurse saw Cordy. Cordy turned. The nurse saw the football team. The football team turned. I know the football team was sick before they saw the nurse, but we were sick, but the nurse haven't checked us. But fully.
Checked me.
We didn't get checked.
We didn't get checked full, she asked us all to go there and that was it.
Hey, who was that other person in there?
The rabbit fuck?
No, there was the nurse, the professor. Who was that other one?
The coach?
Aren't you a professor?
Me?
That's
No.
Student.
Or you're the one who had the hat on, right? Aside.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Aren't you a professor? Shouldn't you
Me?
know your
No.
coworkers? What?
No, I'm not a professor. I go here.
Then what?
Works at a bar.
Uh-huh.
Oh. My bad. You're just, we should get dinner. Just a desperate attempt to change the subject.
No, yes.
We should probably figure this out first, or at least talk about. Hey,
Talk about it over dinner. Well, y'all can. I got plans though, but y'all can check out these papers. And here's more goo. And I'm gonna be late for softball lessons.
are you okay? Do you need someone to go with you?
I got Dusty.
Okay.
So are we good here?
How about we go to the cafe, get some food, and meet in the garden? There's plenty of quiet spaces where one can discuss sensitive topics.
I gotta.
Will His Majesty be okay us talking in his presence?
King.
Whose Majesty?
King Shrooms
Uh-huh.
of the Shrub people.
Does
Not
he
a
go
goo.
here?
He lives here. He has a crown, but he doesn't like it if you grab it.
Yeah, and he likes good berries.
Actually, about that, that's another thing I would like to discuss.
Good berries?
No.
Round.
Yeah, they should be naming them the Great Berries, am I right?
The shrubs were anxious about something earlier today. I couldn't quite tell what. And I think I'm gonna go check on them. He tosses a gold coin. Get me a sandwich or something.
Oh. Before we got too far away, could I have asked the nurse when did the kids became one?
Can you ask the nurse what?
When the kids became a unified group? I guess a group of one. When they became goo. Or transformed. Basically, when did they turn into a monster?
Oh, okay. She just goes, whatever time it was you heard the screams. Time is.
I was wondering if they transformed ideally, like, at the same time the tomato did.
Not at the same. It wasn't. It didn't happen at the same time. But it happened within an hour of each other. Because the tomato turned about 20 minutes before Harriet went to find Imran. And then, the walk over to the Biblioplex and the conversation that you guys had happened, and then you heard screams. So it happened within an hour of each other.
Yeah.
I'll go to the cafe and acquire the dragon pepper sandwich that I had during orientation.
One second. Sorry, I dropped my bookmark. Okay. You head to the cafe. You said the pepper?
Mm-hmm.
The dragon breath, pepper, and salami on a bagel.
Yeah, that one.
I'll follow them to the cafe because I don't know where it is, but I am hungry.
Okay. You head to the biblio.
Is it back in service?
No, this is the Biblioplex cafe, not the actual coffee shop.
Okay, cool.
The cafe where the Fire Jolt Cafe is currently closed down as the workers have disappeared.
Pending investigation.
Yeah. You head to the Biblioplex Cafe. You see one wall of this area covered with the mural from the living tree's roots, which move occasionally and make this entire place feel alive. The ceiling is covered in painted leaves, which change colors depending on the seasons. Currently, it is in a summeresque feel. And you see there's probably about 3 people in here. The gnome barista or waitress, Isla, you would remember from your orientation, is currently behind the counter. The sandwich of the day is currently the open-faced radish chips with deep fried with Dijon mustard. That's a current sandwich of the day. You go and you order your dragon breath peppers with the salami on a bagel. She hands it to you. Pretty standard, wrapped up. She looks at the rest of you. Can I help you?
I think Evan just wants a BLT. Or whatever the closest thing is.
Gizzards.
Well, we have the grilled halloumi with morels on wheat. We have toasted cockatrice gizzards on rye. The sandwich of the day is open-faced radish chips, deep fried in Dijon. We have crunchy frog legs on toast. We have rainbow carrots and watercress chestnuts on white. And then, of course, what your friend ordered, the dragon breath peppers and salami on a bagel.
Oh boy, I'll get a smoothie.
Sure. What kind of smoothie would you like?
Devin is Evan. Fudge. Evan is gonna just choose one of the random ones on the menu. Just whatever is like third on the list. That's what he goes with.
Alrighty. I'm gonna need you to roll a d6.
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
get fey guts on wheat bread.
In a smoothie?
You ask for a smoothie and you point to the menu, which it just says pink smoothie.
That's a good color.
Don't ask what's in it.
You hear a blender going on in the background. Before a few seconds, you're handed your pink smoothie, which it is pink and swirling with a glitteresque ambiance inside of it.
He just takes a sip, steps away. Thank you so much. Is it good or terrible? I know it's got to be one of the two.
There's no in between.
It tastes delicious. It tastes like strawberries and cream. It has sort of a ice creamy flavor and texture. It tastes. It's cold. It's a smoothie, but it warms your soul.
It's the only normal thing in this damn school.
No. I'm
Okay.
hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll a d4.
All right. Oh, it fell. Ah! Let me re-roll. A 3.
3. You take a sip and you're feeling all these warm and fuzzy feelings, and you see Harriet, and he sort of shakes his hair and runs his hands through it, and he is the most gorgeous thing you have ever seen.
I don't know.
Welcome to a love potion
There it is.
in a smoothie.
I think. Does Evan? Is there a rule for Evan to notice that he has been love potioned, or is it just like can he tell in any way, or is it just like it happens and you're kind of
make an
oblivious
intelligence check.
to it? Okay.
Yeah. Normally you won't know until after the spell has worn off.
Intelligence is 19 plus 5, so that's a dirty 24.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
Just a dirty little 24.
Shut up.
Someone had to go there. You understand something's going on. But he was there for you when it was, when you heard the screams, when you saw the craziness.
Yeah, I think that before Evan steps up to be borderline uncomfortably close to Harriet, I think he's going to take out that piece of paper from before that he's just kind of been using the back of to write names and notes and say pink drink equals good, and then step closer to Harriet.
I'm gonna order the sandwich of the day for Torin.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as I'm sort of waiting for it, I'll turn around and notice the lack thereof of social distancing space.
Yeah.
And I just turn back around.
Yeah, Evan looks up at Harriet and just goes, "You're tall."
He's like,
And then he winks really poorly.
He goes, yes. And he looks down, he sees your drink, he goes, "Oh, pink drink, huh?"
Yeah, it's a good color. Huh?
Yes. And he takes a step.
Are you single? Oh, no, you go. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Damn, straight to the...
He takes a step back and goes, yes.
Wow, that's a shame. Me too. We got a lot in common.
Hey guys, I got Torin's sandwich. Maybe we should go.
Adeline grabs her a sandwich, and she gets she also gets a smoothie, but it's yellow.
Hey, smoothie pals. Go for a cheers. Awkwardly.
She cheers with you and takes a sip and zooms away.
I'm gonna have to remember that one.
Well, I guess it's just you and me, and also him. I say to Harriet, kind of like, wow, we're almost alone together, almost kind of. Crazy.
I'm
Just
gonna
you.
go find Torin.
You and us. And your friend Steve.
He goes, let's go find Torin. There's a lot of there should be. Okay, and he just walks away.
Kind of. Evan is considerable. Evan is like 5'5", 5'6". So he's definitely jogging to catch him. He's like, "Yeah, walk together sounds great. Yeah," but he's kind of having to almost huff it to keep pace.
Okay. You guys make it to the little garden. Torin, what were you doing while in the garden?
The first thing Torin would have done would be going to check in on the shrubs.
Mm-hmm.
And just see if... is there still people in the garden?
Currently, no one's really in the garden.
Okay. Are the shrubs still anxious?
Make an insight check.
Ooh. Just really good. 23.
Okay. They don't seem to be currently anxious.
Okay. I'm just gonna scoop up a couple good berries and slowly approach them and just try to offer some and see if they can subconsciously tell me, silently tell me why they were anxious.
Okay. Make
Just
a persuasion
loud.
check. Yeah, make a persuasion check.
11?
They take the good berries from you, but they don't seem to. You don't seem to get anything from them. And,
Yeah, fair enough.
about this time, you hear Adeline just like zoom into she sort of zooms into the garden and is like, "Hi, so a thing is happening, and it's a thing. Like, just look." And she kind of grabs you and pulls you to the door. And that's where you see Harriet is walking towards like fast walking towards you, and following very shortly behind is Evan, just like stars in his eyes, sort of like, "Are you single? Like, that's cool, we have so much in common."
You're fast. That's awesome.
And
You got 2 eyes, I got 2 eyes. Holy shit. It's like we're made for each other.
But I've only got eyes for you. I mean, It takes another sip and it gets worse.
I'm gonna try to run up to Evan, and I'm just gonna say, "Hey, I'm just gonna whisper, hey, you want to know a secret about Harriet?"
Yes.
He hates the color pink. Like, he doesn't even like to look at the color pink.
Oh no, oh crap. And then I think that Evan proceeds to chug the rest of his drink so that there is no more left for Harriet to be upset with.
But you know what he does love?
What?
He loves... And I was gonna try to persuade Evan to eat some good berries to see if that would counteract the potion.
My brain is frozen.
I think I'm just gonna oh, you know what'll help with the brain freeze? And just offers a handful of good berries.
What color are good berries?
I don't think they're pink.
No, they're green.
All right, I think that Evan for sure eats them.
Okay.
Thank you.
Does that help?
Hey,
with the
Harriet!
potion
And then he just
at all?
runs away and goes back to Harriet.
And with that, we're going to end for tonight.
Leave off in love. Ooh.
It's a love story.
It's a slow burn.
A slow burn. Yeah.
Well, good night, guys, and thank you for joining me.
Good night.